Hey everybody, today I'm back with a little fun exercise. It's actually an idea that was given to me by Josh Davis. Josh is a friend of mine from the channel Reactions to the Classics. It's a nice bunch of guys and gals over there. Nice camaraderie, real sense of community. That is a channel that started by Trey and Sean Holmes, a father and son team from Texas, and they created a channel, Reactions to the Classics. They have about, I don't know how many thousands of people that follow the channel, but they do live streams on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays, and usually get 40 or 50 people in there for those. Anyway, the point being, Josh Davis on Facebook, a member of that community, posted a message on Facebook last week where he was talking about how important the second song on an album is. And the more I thought about it, he's right. It it continues the momentum of the opener and really sets the tone and allows the album to flow. So without a good number two song, it could stall out a little bit and there's no flow. So great idea by Josh. And he, on the Facebook page, we did a poll on the best Beatles number two song on the albums of the 13 albums, the studio albums they released. It turns out, I believe that Something by the Beatles from the Abbey Road album was voted the best. But I'm going to rank the 13 number two songs the way I see them, just as a fun exercise. So in reverse order, number 13 from Yellow Submarine is Only a Northern Song. Not a huge fan of it. I know it has some support out there, but of all the number two songs on Beatle albums, this is the worst for me. Next up at number 12, Dig a Pony from Let It Be. Not terrible, but not exactly one of my all-time go-to songs. I like the vocal by John on it. It's got a lot of chutzpah in the vocal. Next up, number 11 from the Magical Mystery Tour LP, The Fool on the Hill. Nice song. Always loved it from day one, but I've got 10 that I like a little bit better. Number 10. Misery from their first album, Please Please Me. The World is Treating Me Bad, Misery. It's a Lennon and McCartney original, sung by John with help from Paul. Good harmony here. Misery. Next up at number 9, All I've Got to Do from With the Beatles. This is their second album, and it's the second song in. I always like this song too. It's got a nice vocal performance by John. Again, the lyrics are not exactly deep, but it's a nice song to listen to. Next up at number 8, The Night Before from Help. Great song. Paul on lead vocal here. The Night Before. Next at number 7, I'm a Loser by John Lennon. Great song. It follows No Reply. That back-to-back No Reply and I'm a Loser really kicks off this album. They're probably the two of the three best songs on the album. I like 8 Days a Week too, and I like What You're Doing. But there's a lot of covers on here, and it's not my favorite Beatle album. In fact, I'd rank it probably 11th as an album, but I've got this at number 7 on the number 2 songs. Number 6 on the ranking is I Should Have Known Better. Always a fan of this. Great harmonica along with John's vocal. I Should Have Known Better with A Girl Like You. Now we're into the top 5. Off the White Album, I'm doing one song off this, and it is the second song in, Dear Prudence, even though it's a double CD. Dear Prudence by John Lennon. I was doing a little bit of research just to get the background on it. I'd never realized it was about Mia Farrow's sister, Prudence. They were at some kind of retreat or religious thing together, and they wrote a song about her. John wrote a song and delivered the vocal. Dear Prudence, won't you come out and play? She was evidently very shy and kind of withdrawn from the rest of the gang. Next up at number 4, Eleanor Rigby. Could have been number 1. It's lyrically it's fantastic, and it's a signature song. But for the purpose of this exercise, I'm putting it at number 4. Just the way the album flows. Starts out with Taxman, and then goes into Eleanor Rigby and I'm Only Sleeping. A nice beginning of this fantastic album. Top 3, with a little help from my friends from Sgt. Pepper. This is like a continuation of the first of the Sgt. Pepper title track. Goes right into with a little help with my friends. With a little help from my friends. Lead vocal Ringo. Ringo's has the only. This is the only track of Ringo's that made the list. Not surprisingly, he doesn't sing that often on lead, but it really sets the tone. This is an album that has some peaks and valleys, even though it's got the great reputation. But it starts off with a bang. Sgt. Pepper, with a little help from my friends, and then Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and then it goes up with It's Getting Better. So there it is. Top 2. Number 2, Something. George Harrison's classic ballad, love song from Abbey Road. Could have put it at number 1, but I have something else planned. Great album cover, great song, covered by many people, including Frank Sinatra and whoever. Great song. Something at number 2, even though it won the poll on Facebook, like I was saying before. Next up is number 1, Norwegian Wood from Rubber Soul, which happens to be my favorite Beatle album. Great tune, cool lyrics, Dylan-esque. Beatles were branching out lyrically by the time this came out. I think they started a little bit on Help, but Rubber Soul really kicked it up a notch. Fantastic album, folky, poppy, just the right amount of rock to it. It's a classic album, and it is my first. 1965's Rubber Soul, second song in, Norwegian Wood, parentheses, This Bird Has Flown. Great stuff. Anyway, that's just a little fun exercise I wanted to do today to kill some time. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the video. Leave comments if you want. And put your own list in if you really feel necessary. And tell me what your favorite number 2 Beatles song would be off all of their albums. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.